Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop quick tip. Today we got another user submitted question here. They snapped this on a vacation and unfortunately perfect location, but wouldn't it have been nice if those lights had been turned on to light up the cobblestone and so forth. Would have made the picture so much nicer. But luckily we have Photoshop, so let's jump right in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our paintbrush and we're going to make sure we're on a yellowish type color. And that's because, you know, if you were doing a candlelight, so forth, they have a yellow tinge. Just like incandescent lights have a yellow tinge to them, a warming color. And so you don't want to use just pure white because pure white would just look terrible. So I've got a nice yellow here picked out. And I'm going to pick my brush and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I want to be really accurate. I'm going to hit this exactly where the light would come out from the candle and boom, there we go. And we have one more light back here. So I'm going to reduce the brush and again click and boom. Okay, so that was easy. We've got the lights illuminated, but this is real world we're trying to recreate. We need to have some kind of light diffusing out, light rays coming out of these. So we need to do some little additional work to put a little more realism to it. So I'm going to create a blank layer. And on this blank layer, I'm going to make light rays. Okay, we'll call that. All right, so this is the front lamp. Rays, so I can keep things straight here. And from there, I am going to keep the same color, but I'm going to switch over to the Polygon lasso tool. Okay, if you don't see that, just press down, hold, and then you can select it from the three that are there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and you see the frame, okay, of the lamp. And we're going to try to follow that frame with our light coming out. All right. So with the polygon go, we're just going to follow the frame of the light. And then it would, as light diffuses, it would get wider, diffuse out. And there we go. That would be the light ray coming out of that side. And of course, we would have light coming out the other side as well. So we'll follow the frame on here and it would spill out on the light on the wall. Okay, so that's looking too good. So we got two light rays paths and we got a little bit on the bottom. Won't be much because the bottom is a solid plate where the lamp is at. But there'll still be some spillover, so we'll put a little bit of spillover into it. And again, we won't do much with it, but we'll just we're trying to recreate reality. Okay, so now we have the three paths for the light, and we're going to simply go to Edit, and still using that yellow foreground color, we're going to go to Fill. And we're going to fill with the foreground color. There we go. Perfect. So now we've got our light paths, our light rays, and so we're perfectly good. And so now we're going to go ahead and turn it into a little bit more creative. We're going to turn this into a smart object. Right click and go through the menu and find your smart object. There it is. Convert smart object. And so now we have done that. So this way we can come back and make adjustments if we want. All right. So I'm going to use a filter, and blur, Gaussian blur. And I'm going to blur this, okay, however amount I see. I'm going to deselect here, and so we get a nice spillover, and just come back and do Gaussian blur. And the amount is completely subjective, the effect that you're looking for. Okay. And that's not looking too bad. So I'll try this for the first time at temp 108 on this picture, and I'll hit OK. Okay. So I think we've diffused out the light rays pretty well. And now all we need to do is change the blending mode to let the light interact with the atmosphere. Okay, because light rays are affected by the atmosphere, the objects. So we're going to come over and we're going to use soft light. And amazingly, now look how the illumination is naturally hitting the walls. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on and off. Just the rays. Okay. Look what a difference, and how natural that effect looks. And that's all there is to doing an illumination. And if we wanted to, of course, we would be thorough to do the backlight. So again, we make a new layer. We turn around and we call that the backlight. The backlight and rays, right? Because we need to make light rays. All right. So now we can zoom in on this light, and we can just do a little bit of polygon magic here. And again, same rule, follow the lamp. Okay, follow the frame of the lamp. That'll guide you. Okay, that'll guide you to the solution here. How the rays would come out of the lamp naturally. And just follow the lamp. Let it spill over. Okay, and this one's far away, so we know that the light rays are not going to be that impact from our vantage point. And again, a little bit of spill on the bottom. And we'll just do a little bit there, a little bit there, and a little bit there. Okay, what do we do next? We just simply edit and fill. Okay, foreground color. There we go. Looks beautiful. And we're going to convert this to a smart object. I tell you, they could make smart objects easier to find. All right, so now we've got it as a smart object. We're going to deselect, and we are now going to blur it so that we can get some diffusion on the light. Blur, Gaussian blur. And you can see how much that does there. Maybe we do a little bit less on this one because we're a little bit further away. Okay. And so now we've got that. And what's our last step? Change the blend mode. And again, I fluctuate depending between, overlay and soft light. I happen to like soft light a little bit better. And there we are. Okay, so now I'm just going to take these layers and I'm going to create a group. I'm going to select all the layers except for the background and hit a group. And so now they're all in a group and we could see our finished product. So I'll turn that off, and there's with the light rays added to it. Quite a bit of difference. Okay, so that's all there is to it. So that's how you can recreate the atmosphere you wanted when you didn't have it. So, all right, guys, till next week, you guys take care.